What's going on, sports world? This is Joshua Broom from Winners and Whiners coming at you with a pace change. MMA will only be briefly alluded to here. Today we're going to discuss a possible return of sports slated for this summer or fall. As deprived fans, beggars can't be choosers, though I think we all agree the sooner action begins, the better. And earlier this week we received great news to hit that time frame. As reported, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has outlined a tentative regular season reboot set for late July. If the rough draft proposal materializes, Eastern Conference teams will play at Orlando's Disney World and Western Conference teams in Las Vegas. Speaking of Vegas, Dana White's recent week-long residency at the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena set an ideal template for how major sporting leagues can produce content through these uncertain times. Perhaps taking the UFC Mavericks' lead, Silver is organizing his own logistics to resume business. Massive bureaucratic hurdles aside, it'd be great to see LeBron James and his Western Conference leading Lakers and Giannis Antetokounmpo's Bucks pick up where they left off when Rudy Gobert's positive COVID-19 test essentially shuttered major worldwide sports. At that time, Los Angeles headlined a gritty Western Conference pack. Meanwhile, the Greek Freak and Mike Budenholzer's bunch sat 53-12, with a playoff spot already wrapped in the weaker Eastern Conference. It'd be an absolute treat to see the NBA's premier players in James and Giannis vie for supremacy. Though as an old-school LBJ fan, I side with the Lakers winning cash, money, and marbles in 7 games over the Bucks. Anthony Davis and Chris Middleton would duel, with Davis giving a bit more as the Lakers' depth emerges. But I digress, and again, unfortunately, the scenario remains hypothetical. Soberingly, one of the more glaring obstacles to an NBA return this year remains national stay-home orders and rising pandemic statistics. As an example, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's stay-home order was recently extended through June 13th. Obviously, before play can resume, teams will need expedited camps and practices to regain competitive footing. Each area will determine the safety of opening business. Though if NBA basketball can defy odds and give us a 2020 playoff and champion through the muck, it'd bring much needed reprieve during these uncertain times. It also may open avenues for Major League Baseball, the NFL, NHL, and college sports to follow. As an aside, if you can't tell from my accent, I'm a Southern sports fanatic, and for decades in Dixie, SEC and to a lesser degree, ACC football has dominated autumns. If that trend breaks, many will be unsettled and bookies will be unpaid. However, again, I digress. Returning to script, the buzz around even a possible NBA return shows how we need sports now more than ever. And if lucky enough to be treated with familiar faces this summer or fall doing their thing from various arenas and fields, the world will be infinitely better for it. Also, lest one forget, at 36 years of age, time is ticking for LeBron to regain his championship mantle. Even if NBA reboots this July, there's no guarantee all that's transpired since early March won't produce surprise playoff dark horses from each conference to overcome the Lakers and Bucks. Though, whatever the league's contingency format and on-court outcome, any hardwood act is welcome at this point. And hopefully, after all we've collectively endured, we get NBA hoops this summer. In a perfect world, all major North American leagues will offer performance solutions. Per reports, the NBA will decide its course by June 10th. Not to rhapsodize, but as someone with basketball ties, I pensively await the verdict, though the possibility itself has brought hope, especially following recent UFC success, that MVP frontrunners LeBron and Giannis can vie for the Larry O'Brien Trophy while excitement surrounds. If those two can do that, perhaps this year major league pitches can be thrown, pucks slapped, and leather flung, especially of the Southeastern Conference variety. We're rooting for you, NBA. And with that, guys, what do you think? Will Adam Silver's reboot plan be realized as the NBA finishes its season? If so, who wins the title? Also, will any of the other major leagues hold competition this summer or fall? Personally, I hope we gain pleasant surprises. Until next time, this is Joshua Broom from Winners and Whiners.